All right, in this video, we're going to work the following problem. It says find all solutions exactly on the interval from 0 to 2 pi. The equation is 5 times tan theta plus 11 equals 6. So what we're going to do is to first isolate the trig function. We're going to get tangent theta, use algebra, right, to get tan theta by itself on one side of the equation. And then we are going to go to the unit circle to look at that if the number that we get on the other side of the equal sign is one of the ones generally listed on the unit circle. All right, so first off, to isolate 5 tan theta plus 11, you can see I have some terms on this side have the tan theta and some don't. Right, the 11 doesn't. So the first thing that I want to do is to add or subtract from both sides in order to get all terms with the trig function over on the left side. And then any term that doesn't have the tan theta, like this 11, over on the right side. So 6 minus 11 is negative 5. All right, and so now I can isolate the tangent of theta by just dividing both sides by 5, right? Since I had 5 times tan theta, if I divide both sides by 5, over on the left side, I'll just get tan theta. So I get tan theta equals negative 1. So we've isolated the trig function over on the left-hand side. This number over here, negative 1, is one of the values, right, for tangent that occurs on the unit circle. All right, so what we're going to do is we want all solutions from 0 to 2 pi. This also is going to tell us, right, that our answers need to be in radians because they specify the angles. There's no degree signs here, right? So that means they want the answers in radians. All right, when I look at the unit circle, right, I can see that the tangent is not labeled in this diagram over here. So what you're going to have to do for the tangent is to think about what those values would be. Right, and we know that the tangent, I'm going to do the tangent in red. We know that the tangent is sine over cosine. So for this, it would be 0 over 1, which is 0. For this angle, it would be 1/2 over square root 3 over 2, which is 1/2 times 2 over root 3. Which is 1 over root 3, which when you rationalize it is root 3 over 3. All right, this one would be square root 2 over square root 2. And that's just equal to 1, right? Because any number divided by itself is 1. On this one, at pi over 3, it would be square root 3 over 2 over 1/2, which is the same as square root 3 over 2 times 2 over 1. That comes out to be square root 3. So this is square root 3. I'm going to go ahead and erase a little bit of this. Up here at pi over 2, it's going to be 1 over 0, which is undefined, right? Because of the fact that you can't divide by 0. So that would be undefined. All right, and then for these values over here, square root 3 over 2 divided by negative 1/2, it's going to be negative of this that we got. So this is going to be negative root 3. This is going to be negative 1. This is going to be negative root 3 over 3. This is going to be the negative of 0, which is just 0. All right, down over here, you're going to have a negative divided by a negative, right? So negative 1/2 divided by negative square root 3 over 2, that's going to be the same as square root 3 over 3. This one is going to be positive 1. This one is going to be square root 3. This one is undefined. This one is going to be minus square root 3 because we have a negative divided by a positive, negative 1, and negative root 3 over 3. Okay. So now that we have our values of tangent here, it's a little bit easier to do this problem. So we're going with tangent equals negative 1, right? So what we do is walk around our unit circle with our tangent values, right, and look for a negative 1. We can see right here, here's a negative 1, so the first answer that we get is 3 pi over 4. All right, so theta equals 3 pi over 4. And then keep walking around the unit circle. Here we have a negative 1, so that's 7 pi over 4. And keep walking, and then that's it, right? Because they wanted answers from 0 to 2 pi, so that's one trip around the standard labeled unit circle. And so that's it for this one. Those are our two solutions, okay? And that is it on this one.